My sister, Patricia Scotland, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, ministers present, governors, members of parliament, innovators, and leaders from different parts of our Commonwealth, good afternoon and welcome to Kenya on behalf of B and to Kenya. I have listened to my sister very carefully. She has said that I should not sleep. Many Kenyans think I should slow down and sleep, that I have been on the road too much. But to appreciate everybody who has come to be part of this great success. I am delighted to welcome you all to Kenya and to Kenya Innovation Week Commonwealth Edition, a significant upgrade of our already ambitious annual National Innovation Week. It is an honor for us as a country to host all our friends from all over the Commonwealth and the world over as we congregate around a matter whose relevance and significance for national transformation will never diminish. Your presence here testifies to your commitment to a vision of ambitious expansion of possibilities for productivity, growth, and development driven by new approaches that magnify the value of output from existing factors and interventions. This third Kenya National Innovation Week is a tremendous achievement which exhibits, through many platforms, the ways and speed at which our national innovation policy is succeeding in entrenching a national culture of innovation. It highlights the importance that our society has come to attach to innovation. It also underscores the growth in the government's commitment to the promotion of innovation and demonstrates the interest of stakeholders, many who are here in our country, region, continent, and beyond, in our maturing innovation ecosystem that was ably articulated by Mr. Omwanza. We are well underway in delivering the most ambitious package of strategic interventions and aimed at transforming Kenya's economy into a highly productive, highly inclusive, dynamic, and sustainable system of opportunities in order to feed the nation, keep it healthy, create more jobs, promote entrepreneurship, support creativity and innovation, and thereby increasing employment, creating wealth, reducing poverty, and also reducing inequality. We are committed to deliver all the commitments in this ambitious agenda using existing national resources, which, as everyone knows, are always limited. Innovation is a mindset which facilitates the transformation of limited resources and opportunities into maximum or exponential value, enabling us to push the uttermost reaches of our productive possibilities. In other words, we understand that often failure to optimize existing opportunities can be a result of resource constraints. But it's not just that. It's also due to something much more basic, a failure of imagination, which can limit the possibilities and opportunities that exist. I read somewhere yesterday on my phone, somebody said, people sometimes miss opportunity because sometimes it is dressed in overalls and it looks like work. Embracing a culture of innovation liberates us from such basic limitations and failures. We are determined to implement the bottom-up economic transformation agenda in a manner consistent with its ambition by integrating innovation into every dimension of policy, program, and project delivery. The Kenya Innovation Week, therefore, reminds us of our increasing capacity to transform our economy. I remember making this statement last year. And that's why a year ago, I pledged to mobilize government to transform the Kenya Innovation Week into an international festival which attracts global participation. Subsequently, we placed a successful bid to host the Commonwealth edition under the theme of innovating to unblock our common wealth. I am immensely grateful to my sister, Patricia, of the Commonwealth for her considerable support and facilitation in organizing this event. And in you participating in person. We very sincerely appreciate this as a people and as a region. By definition, innovation is transformative. It radically enhances our capacity to solve problems and achieve goals. It empowers entrepreneurship and solidifies the promise of success in tackling climate change, in creating job opportunities, in enhancing efficiency, mobility, food security, education, and even expanding trade. Besides, we are now firmly in the age of artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing, nanotechnology, and digital transformation, in which capacity for innovation will continue to separate those destined for success from those who will struggle in futility to stay the same. We all must choose our sides. And it is clear that all of us here, from what I see today, have cast our lot with innovation. Or maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe there are people who are still stuck somewhere. Innovation has been identified in our national economic development blueprint as a cross-cutting element of our economic transformation. Consequently, the Kenya National Vision 2030 mandates our institutions of higher learning to increase the quantity, the quality, and relevance of their research output in order to produce such innovations and creations that will transform Kenya into a knowledge-based economy driven by technology. Our programs to establish and accelerate the commercialization of research has accordingly taken off with the establishment of the network of entrepreneurial institutions of learning, providing a bold signal of our intent in this respect. This initiative shall also be accompanied by endeavors to enhancing inclusivity in innovation by facilitating access to quality infrastructure, financing, and training for youth in both urban and rural Kenya. As you're all aware, we're in the process of changing the law this week in Parliament so that the National Government Constituency Development Fund can now provide resources for the setting up of innovation and ICT hubs in every ward in Kenya. I have had a conversation with the chair of the ICT committee, KJ here. We had a long conversation. In fact, we had a meeting where we undertook and we even designed how these ICT and innovation hubs will look in every ward in Kenya. So when we say we are running with technology, We are not only digitizing government services, and we have 30,000 government services already digitized. By end of next month, we could possibly have every government service on a digital platform that you can access using technology. We're also expanding the use of technology into our education. As I said, ICT hubs will come in handy. We are also expanding the use of technology and innovation into our agriculture. For the first time this year, we delivered fertilizer using a digital platform, and it gave us wonderful results. For the first time, we managed to reduce pilferage, we managed to reduce the effect of brokers and cartels, and as a result, we have an above average harvest in Kenya because we were able to deliver our inputs in a very efficient manner using technology innovated by our own young people in Kenya. As I talk to you here, again, through Kenyan innovation, we have deployed technology across Kenya to gather data on our health requirements. As I talk to you, we have 100,000 gadgets, technology gadgets, with our community health promoters who are busy filling in data on situations of health across Kenya. Again, we are looking at how we can leverage on innovation using technology to deliver on a most fundamental assignment that I have from Kenyans on health. I must admit, the youth continue to sustain innovation in our economy with youth-driven startups securing US dollars 700 million last year, among the highest globally, making Kenya a top African investment hub. The youth are also the overwhelming majority of millions of unemployed Kenyans who are relying on our plan to unlock employment opportunities. As a young nation with a vision of an economically secure posterity, we have no choice except to recognize innovation as a highly promising instrument for unlocking the doors of unprecedented opportunity for the young people of our nation. And it is the reason why our technology arena, our innovation space, is replete with a lot of interventions. Let me also commit here, because it is a matter I spoke to last year about the startup law that is going to assist, de-risk the innovations of many of our young people and graduate them into commercial entities and commercial businesses. That the innovation, the startup bill, the stakeholder consultations is actually concluding today, because I have been following it up on a daily basis. The stakeholder consultations is concluding today. We expect to receive the report by Wednesday, and I want to promise this great body of innovators that by March, latest April next year, we will have a firm startup law in Kenya that will assist many of our innovators de-risk their innovations and graduate them into businesses. And going to the role of innovation in economic transformation, it is important to scale up our funding for the commercialization of innovation to reflect our commitment. We are therefore taking measures to enhance the funding of our national innovation agenda from 0.8% of our GDP to 2% of our GDP, as was ably mentioned here earlier. I will give it my very personal attention to make sure that we drive policy and programs to reflect that commitment that we have made. It is also appropriate that today the public sector is demonstrating a high capacity to complement private sector and market-driven initiatives through tomorrow's ministerial roundtable on science, technology, and innovation, and the launch today of the Kenya National Innovation Master Plan, a 10-year program to aggressively promote the achievement of innovation, value creation, and competitive advantage as integral components of our development strategy. I am really looking forward to the launch of the master plan. And not just the launch of the master plan, that we will keep our eyes and focus on making sure that we live up to it. To achieve these objectives, the master plan therefore focuses on policy enhancement, infrastructure upgrades, the enhancement of skills, market growth, and a startup ecosystem, as was ably mentioned here. That when I followed the presentation by Tony Omwanza, when I followed he mentioned 4 critical things: human capital development, access to financing, access to market, and a policy framework that will support that whole ecosystem. I think we are all aligned, and I am happy that the chair of the Committee on ICT is here, and the chair that is responsible for oversighting this whole exercise is also here. These 2 great leaders will work with me and work with the rest of the stakeholders to make sure that this whole exercise is brought together so that we can deliver on it. As pertains policy enhancement, the establishment of the Kenya National Innovation Agency are flagship endeavors to entrench innovation into Kenya's policy landscape. We are very intentional in promoting the innovation mindset, especially in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics from an early age through the competence-based curriculum, all the way to mainstreaming innovation thinking and intellectual property rights at the higher education levels. The objective is to facilitate the rapid development of a sustainable pipeline of globally competitive innovators. And when I talk about the competence-based system, we have now streamlined that whole space. I have committed that we are going to work with members of parliament, especially in deploying additional infrastructure to provide for a proper transition in the competence-based learning program. And members of parliament, I have agreed with the NGCDF board that we are going to make an additional 4 billion shillings available for you to build additional classrooms to make sure that all our children are have the requisite infrastructure for us to deal especially with the subjects that concern this space, that is science and mathematics, and ensuring that that whole ecosystem is set up in a manner to enhance our output from that space. And as a matter of policy, we are also entrenching a culture of service delivery innovation in public sector in order to improve the uptake of modern tools and approaches, including design thinking, behavioral science, and data-driven strategies to promote excellence and leverage modern tools to promote public sector effectiveness and efficiency. And in that context, by the way, this week, actually, end of this week, at the COP27, we will be putting pen to paper with investors that are going to work with us on data centers that are going to leverage on our green energy resources, not just for use by Kenya, but for use globally, to assemble as much data as is possible. And as government, we are busy assembling our own data so that we can use it to make decisions and to make sure that our decision-making, our programs, our projects are driven by data science, making sure that we are doing the right thing. And to build a globally competitive startup ecosystem, we have resolved to eliminate barriers to innovative entrepreneurship and replace them with clear incentives, simplified processes, and support in order to attract investors and venture capital to our startups and innovators, as well as promote private sector investments in research and development. Kenya is a regional leader in broadband connectivity, which has intensified our geostrategic role as a gateway. ICT contributes 7% of our GDP by way of IT-enabled services. We recognize ICT as a frontier that is yet to yield its full promise. And through the master plan, the digital economy blueprint, and the Kenya National Broadband Strategy, we are scaling up government investment in necessary infrastructure to US dollars 132 million for the year 2022-2023. This is the financial year that is going to catalyze the necessary transformation in that space, because we are increasing the resources available around ICT and around technology. We have not walked this road alone. I acknowledge with tremendous appreciation the support of various partners over the years. The Kenya National Innovation Agency is coordinating the establishment of the Kenya Entrepreneurship Program with the aim of mobilizing US dollars 3 million to enable startups scale up and attract investors. Local and foreign investors are encouraged to participate in this exciting opportunity. On the other hand, the Green Digital Innovation Hub will be launched tomorrow to advance green and digital transition in agriculture, ICT, and energy. And as a follow-up, again, this weekend at the COP28, Kenya, with other countries, will be launching the Africa Green Industrialization Initiative that is going to mobilize resources for industrialization using green energy. Among the projects we are going to sign at the COP28 is with FFI, that is going to use our geothermal resources to manufacture fertilizer for us in Kenya. A $1 billion investment is going to be made by FFI, a US and Australian-based company. We're also going to be signing off another 5 different programs for unlocking the huge potential we have in the green energy space for industrialization and for driving our economy as we work with other countries across our continent. The center that I have talked about is powered by artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, cloud computing, and is aimed at supporting the micro, small, and medium enterprise sector, the lifeblood of our economy. I thank the GIZ, Digital Transformation Center, for bringing cutting-edge innovation to the Hustler Nation. In partnership with the UK's AI Safety Institute and the US AI Safety Body, we are collaborating in establishing a strong capacity for the Emerging Technologies Institute and Action Lab, which is a multi-stakeholder initiative between the government of Kenya, the private sector, and our innovators to promote governance of the AI space. I also appreciate the work that Huawei Technologies continue to do in building digital skills and promoting innovations throughout the country from the grassroots. I know I was supposed to attend their event sometimes this year. I was not able, but I will make it up next year. Their DigiTrack program is a truly bottom-up intervention to promote the development of sound, innovative capacity through the provision of technology, internet, and mentorship. I express gratitude to the and the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office, who have complemented our endeavor to strengthen the capacity of our institutions of higher learning in promoting entrepreneurial potential throughout Kenya, and the network of entrepreneurial institutions in Kenya. Our commitment to promote innovation seamlessly integrates the provision of ICT infrastructure, comprehensive education, skills and capacity development, policy and institutional interventions, and the mobilizing of diverse stakeholders in pursuing our ambitious strategy to transform Kenya into a globally competitive, knowledge-based economy driven by innovation. To focus on our discourse, ambitions, and strategies on innovation as a developmental imperative, the government has inaugurated the Presidential Innovation Award, which will recognize the most promising innovations during the Jamhuri Day celebrations this year. This year's edition will be the pilot phase of the award and will consider the submissions from all counties in areas of food security and agriculture, digital transformation, healthcare, entertainment and gaming, climate action, and green energy. I encourage innovators to participate and wish everyone success in their development and pitching. I intend to see some wonderful innovations on Jamhuri Day, and I really look forward to that time. I am told there are very exciting innovations out here. I hope I will spend a few moments to look at some. And as you can see, Kenya has a busy, vibrant innovation scene, which promises great rewards for entrepreneurs and investors with a keen eye for opportunity. There is a Kiswahili saying, mgaga na upwa hali wali mkavu. A person, it means a person who hangs around the beach in low tide will not eat plain rice. They will find something. So if you hang around Kenya long enough and you have a keen eye on opportunity, you will go away with something. I encourage angel investors and venture capital funds to pay very close attention to Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, I declare the Kenya Innovation Week 2023, the Commonwealth edition, officially opened. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Thank you.
One more round of applause for His Excellency, the President.